Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1178 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is There is wisdom in silence. Yes, there is wisdom in silence. When you are silent, there is so much that you can learn. There is so much that you can pick up. There is so much that you can feel. And there is so much that you can understand because silence gives you the space to look within. Silence gives you the space to breathe. Silence gives you room to understand what could also be possible. More on this on the other side of the show reel. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the other side of the show reel. Okay, my video doesn't seem to be working. I have no clue what's going on there. So we shall just carry on without the show reel, which is very strange, but maybe it just wants some silence. Anyway, all right. This is strange, very strange, but let's do this. Welcome back to the conversation after a little bit of an embarrassing glitch. And I think that glitch was teaching me to be silent, but I wasn't. We learn. It's beautiful because every time I have a quote, and sometimes some things go wrong or they just flow in a certain way. And what happens, it just correlates to the situation and the quote that I'm speaking about. And interestingly, today I'm speaking about silence. I'm talking about the wisdom in silence. There is wisdom in silence. So when you are in a sticky situation like I was some time ago, just choosing to be silent, just choosing to just observe, just choosing to stay calm, just choosing to use my words wisely would be a great piece of wisdom. So there is wisdom in silence. When you are in a place where there are way too many people speaking, or when there are way too many thoughts running in your head, if you should choose silence in that moment where you're not arguing with the thoughts in your head, but you're choosing silence, you're choosing to hold back your words and just listen, listen for a change. Listen to the thoughts, listen to the voices in your head, and then make a decision on what you really want to kind of take as the next step forward. So there is wisdom in silence. Give me a like, a love, something so that I know this is connecting with you, so that you know I know that I'm taking you down the right path. And yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been in a situation where it was sticky, it was strange, and you chose silence, and it won the day for you? This could happen when dealing with higher authorities. This can happen when dealing with children. This can happen when dealing with your own fears and failures. Because sometimes our fears and failures are so loud. Our past experiences of fears and failures are so loud and overwhelming that they do not let that little voice within us speak up. That little voice that is of hope, that is of trust, that is of respect and love, that says, "You can do it. I'm with you." So but your fears and failures are loud, and they're talking so loud that that little voice then suddenly gets suppressed. So in that moment, if you can choose to hush down those voices of fear, of failure, and just stay calm and just listen, and just listen, because when you listen, there is so much to learn. When you listen, when you pay attention, there is so much to learn. Unfortunately, very often in a conversation, what we do is we don't listen with the intent of listening. We listen with the intent of replying, answering back, giving, coming across as smart, as intelligent. We want to have the upper hand. But what we forget is listening would give you more insights into how the person is thinking, what the person is truly trying to express, than speaking above them or being louder than them. Try this. The next time you get into a heated argument with somebody, the next time you're in a fight or in a conversation that is heated up, when the other person speaks loudly, I want you to kind of lower your volume. I want you to slow down your pace. And as you lower your volume, as you slow down your pace, observe. Observe what begins to happen to the other person. They become more aware of what's going on. They get confused because just now they were screaming, yelling, you were screaming, yelling back. There was this barking and there was this barking, and both of you were at each other shouting, shouting, shouting. And then suddenly that person is continuing to shout. However, you have chosen to listen. You have chosen to listen. You've chosen silence. And there is wisdom in that. Silence can be uncomfortable. It can be daunting for some people, especially when the conversation is heated up. But silence can also bring in that peace because you've calmed down. The storm goes down, and the other person is then willing to listen too. So try this next time and let me know what happens. Let me know what happens. This is how we as humans mirror each other. As I said, when that person was screaming and you were screaming, you were both mirroring each other. And there was that ego in place that wanted one to be above the other. And you were in that space where you were struggling to gain the power, to gain control over the conversation. But the moment you let it go and you say, okay, you do what you want to, I am going to listen. That doesn't make you any smaller. It just makes you the person in control of the conversation then. Because once you hush down, the other person also has no other option but to wonder what just happened here. And as they wonder what just happened here, they come to that place of listening. And then the conversation goes somewhere. So think about it. Yes, there is wisdom in silence. And if this conversation was wise for you, if this conversation made an impact, made you think, then please write in comment saying, I am wise. Please write in comment saying, I am wise. And tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me on day 1179. Thank you so, so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Was it 79? No, it was 78. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow on day 1179 tomorrow.